Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Canadian visitor drowns at Alligator Pond Beach. A Canadian visitor is suspected to have drowned while swimming at the Alligator Pond Beach in Manchester on Monday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Giovanna Sutherland, a warehouse worker from Ontario. It was reported that around 5:30 p.m., Sutherland and family members visited the beach. While swimming, Sutherland encountered difficulties. Police said he was rescued by a passerby who attempted to resuscitate him, but all efforts failed. The police were summoned and the body of the deceased was seen lying on its back on the shore of the beach, clad in multicolored shorts. No mark of violence was observed on the body, the police stated. Sutherland was transported to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The body was removed to the morgue pending a post-mortem examination. Man shot during attempted robbery at gas station charged. The police have charged 24-year-old Grantman in connection with the alleged attempted robbery of a female pump attendant at a gas station on Snipe Road in St. Andrew. Colin Campbell, who was shot during an exchange with a security guard at the gas station, was charged with assault with intent to rob, unauthorized possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony after being released from hospital. The incident happened in the afternoon on Wednesday, June 14. The police reported that about 5:11 p.m., Campbell and his accomplice drove on a motorcycle to a gas station on Snipe Road, where a gun was pointed at a female pump attendant and her properties demanded. The woman raised an alarm and a security guard on duty confronted the men. They both escaped in the air, leaving behind a weapon, according to the police. One of the culprits later showed up at hospital with gunshot wounds. He was later placed under police guard. Upon his release, he was charged. His court date is being finalized. 2 men arrested, 11 vehicles recovered in St. Catherine car theft bus. 2 men were arrested and 11 stolen motor vehicles were recovered when the Old Harbour Police dismantled a major car theft ring on Sunday during a series of operations in Gardmoor District in Church Bend, St. Catherine. The seized vehicles include 6 Nissan AD wagons, a Nissan Tiida, a Mitsubishi Lancer, 2 Toyota Wish, and a Toyota Avensis. Along with these, police also recovered a substantial cache of car parts, also believed to be stolen. The Old Harbour Criminal Investigations Branch CIB has reportedly taken over the case and is currently conducting investigations into the operations. The police are urging residents who have reported their cars stolen to come forward and identify if their vehicle matches the descriptions of the confiscated cars. In a bid to return these vehicles to their rightful owners, the Old Harbour Police have set up a hotline. Anyone whose vehicle was stolen is urged to contact the Old Harbour Police Station at 876-203-3659. The lawmen said they are hopeful that this breakthrough will significantly curtail car theft activities in the parish and improve overall security. The police added that this incident underscores the continuing efforts of the St. Catherine South Police to combat car theft and related crimes in the region. As a result, they are urging the public to remain vigilant and continue to report any suspicious activities. This may help to prevent further incidents of this nature. 23-year-old man charged with 2022 murder of woman in Kingston. A man has been charged with murder following the shooting death of a woman on Malvern Avenue in Kingston on Saturday, August 20, 2022. Charged with the murder of Slane Smith, who is of Malvern Avenue, address is 23-year-old Roberta Green of Victoria Avenue in Kingston. Reports were that about 10:40 p.m., Smith was among a group of people along the roadway playing games when Green, along with another armed man, approached and opened gunfire on the group. When the shooting subsided, Smith was seen with gunshot wounds. She was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Green, who has been in custody since February 23rd for illegal possession of firearm, was charged for Smith's murder after he was pointed out during an identification parade on Friday, July 28. His court date is being arranged. 61-year-old charged with assaulting an elderly man in Manchester. A 61-year-old man has been charged following the assault of a 76-year-old businessman at Craighill District in Kingston, Manchester on Monday. Raymond Clark, a farmer, was charged with assault occasioning bodily harm. Clark was slapped with the charges on Tuesday. Both men are from the same district. It was reported that around 3 p.m., both men had a disagreement in the community. During the dispute, the police said the businessman was kicked in his chest, causing pain in the region. The businessman made a report to the police, and following investigations, Clark was taken into custody and subsequently charged. No court date has been given for the accused. Motorists can access 2 of 4 lanes from Harborview to Yalas. Motorists will soon have access to 2 of the 4 lanes on the Harborview to Yalas corridor as work continues under the way of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. Stephen Shaw, Communications and Customer Service Manager at the National Works Agency, made the disclosure on Wednesday while explaining that this will alleviate some issues that motorists have highlighted. The focus really is on how at least 2 of the 4 lanes available to the motoring public from Harborview to the way to Yalas. So the challenges that those persons would have been speaking to and experiencing for some time, we want to ensure that those challenges are behind us come the end of this month, Shaw stated. We have a couple of major things that we need to do, including this coming weekend. We are going to be reducing the single lane, a stretch of road in the Shooter's Hill area for about 400 meters, he added. Shaw said this is necessary as we are going to be creating the embankment on the seaside. On the land side, we have some light poles that are in the way, and so we cannot do much on the land side until those poles are relocated. He informed the Jamaica Public Service has given commitment to having those poles relocated on August 28. Until this is done, we cannot really touch that side, but we're going to be working on the seaside over a 3-day period from August 5 to 7. On the 8th, we will have been expected to open those 2 lanes on the seaside, and so that will have them to allow us access to those 2 lanes also along the way of Harborview from Yalas, Shaw stated. He added that while the 2 lanes on the seaside will not be paved at the end of the process on Monday, we will be able to do that before the end of this month. US $200 million irrigation project coming for Pedro Plain. The government is set to undertake a US $200 million irrigation program, under which water from Black River will be used to irrigate an estimated 4,000 hectares of Pedro Plains in St. Elizabeth. Ground will be broken next year for what will be Jamaica's biggest venture in irrigation. Floyd Green, Minister of Agriculture, Fishery and Mining, said at his address at the Jamaica School of Agriculture batch at 1973's Golden Avenue banquet in St. Andrew on Saturday. The banquet was the second item on the 3-day Golden Anniversary celebration hosted by Jazz Batch of 1973, with the Corson's Raising Increase being a meet and greet session at the Jamaica 4-H Club headquarters on Old Harbour Road in Kingston 6 on July 28. Green underscored the need for Jamaica to invest heavily in putting more land under irrigated water as one of the measures to address the significant threat to open field farming posed by climate change fallout. He explained that of 200,000 hectares of arable land identified in Jamaica, only a mere 31,000 hectares was irrigated. The irrigation project, he said, was in keeping with 4 main pillars of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining had prioritized for mobilizing resources to address in ramping up food security, developing agro-businesses, enhancing application for climate-smart technologies, and significantly increasing food exports. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.